Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. A special Friday night stream because a new game has been released that I have been looking forward to a huge amount. An absolutely huge amount. I absolutely love Pokemon, have done since forever and a day. I've been playing Pokemon since Pokemon Blue and Red, and through all of that, I have pretty much liked them all. There has been the ups and downs, of course, with the series, but overall, I have spent an enormous amount of time playing each and every Pokemon game that has released. And this is the new one, so I'm looking forward to it. The conversation I've seen, the comments from the fans, such as they are, has been a little bit less than positive, but as we all know, the fans are not always, the Pokemon fans are not always the most positive people out there and tend to be pretty disappointed by change and things like that. So I am not going to let them get me down. And anyway, what they've been saying about the game doesn't really concern me. It's not the issues they have with it, and not really the issues that I am going to have with the game if I do have issues with it. So let's jump into it. This is what happens immediately after loading the game up. Hello, Nuke. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining me. That is a good question. What is the best one for me? See, purely on nostalgia, on the basis of nostalgia, I would have to say that the original Pokemon Blue it's just one that I've always been able to replay and enjoy because it was my childhood in a very real sense. Other than that, I would probably say Black and White, the first one. Black and White 2 was good as well, but yeah, probably Black and White is the other one that I spent the most time playing. So those would probably be my two favorites of all. Hopefully this one unseats them. We'll see. So like I was saying, this is the thing that pops up immediately after loading the game. You don't have a menu or anything like that. It doesn't do a little animation. It just jumps straight to the language thing. When we click on this, we have to choose our look. So these are the portraits we get to choose between. Not that many. It's not that customizable unless we can actually change these once we select one. I haven't played any of this game. This is the first time I've loaded it up, I should say. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to be the girl this time around. I'll pick her, and let's give her the name. We'll go with Dee Dee. Just because that's my mascot. You started with Blue as well, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed Arceus as well. I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought the way that you collected Pokemon and the more kind of narrative-driven emphasis of it was quite good. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. So we can change our look and hairstyle. So let's see what hairstyles we've got available. Let's see if we can get one that's more Dee Dee-like. I've got to change a color to blonde as well. Ish. I'm not going to spend too long. Ah, there we go. That's good for Dee Dee. And color. Here we go. Let's see what we can choose. Platinum blonde. Oh, not quite. Light brown. No, more orange, isn't it? We've got an orange color. I do spend a little bit too much time with the customization things sometimes. Wine red. No. No. Pinky, smoky pink is getting closer, I guess. Orange. That's a bit too orange, but that's probably the closest we're going to get. So let's go with that. And yes. Okay. So now we're ready to go. You can't change your language or name after starting the game. That's fine. Hello and welcome to the stream. Platinum blonde looks like Paz from Metal Gear Solid. Does a little bit, yeah, you're right. It's a good color. I do like platinum blonde hair color, but not quite right for Dee Dee. Enrollment complete. So this is apparently an open world Pokemon, which they've been kind of driving towards for quite some time, I guess. That has been the intent of them, but they've never quite got there. So with any luck, this one does it. So you're starting out at a school this time, not at your parents' home. Pretty much every other Pokemon game, at least as far as I can remember, you always started out at home and you're leaving your home. So there's a Pokemon tournament there. Or kids playing Pokemon, I guess. Throwing Pokeballs in the air. Pokemon Academy. That is the country. Paldea is a sprawling region with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It is also home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. That's a cute thing. Bear rabbit. Bear rabbit. There's a Pikachu there. Pokemon can be found living all over, in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon and we help each other live and thrive. Palmy. Yes, Palmy, that's right. Palmy. Uva Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. I have no idea if this thing's talking. I've turned the sound off because of the stream, so I don't know if there's actually a voiceover as well, but this is just the intro. Still images, how lazy. I have heard that the issue that people have been talking about, with regards to this game, and the reason they're a little bit disappointed with it, is that it is apparently a little bit technically compromised as such. Like I said, that doesn't necessarily bother me. I've never been one to take issue with that. I played Deadly Premonition and thought it was wonderful. So I'm okay with technical foibles, as long as the underlying game is good. And as you can see, there's popping and stuff as we do this little kind of flyover. But the art direction is nice. That is, for me, much more important. Oh, there's an Eevee. There's an Eevee. My rabbit looks like an Eevee, I swear to God. Yeah, as long as the art direction's good, that is much more important to me. And I'm liking what I'm seeing at this early stage. Choppy frame rate in some areas of the game, or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon had choppy. Yeah. I mean, it is a turn-based game, so if you are distracted by the frame rate, then yes, of course, that's an issue. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that by any means. But because it is a turn-based game, frame rates are not quite as important as, say, an online shooter or anything like that. It's not an action game, so the frame rate issue is more just a visual issue that some people have, rather than something that actually compromises the gameplay. So here's your home. Looks like you do get to start in home after all. And that is me studying Pokemon, I would imagine. Get up. Stand up. Here we go. And we can walk around now. What console can we play? Can we turn the TV on? Yes, we can. Better get going. There's a Switch. It's a new Nintendo Switch system. This one's got a bigger screen. Ooh. I always like how in the starting room of every Pokemon game, there's been a console. And blue and red had, what was it? Was it NES? Super NES. It had a Super Nintendo in your room, and they've always done a console ever since. There's a plush. It's your soft, fluffy bed. It's got a lovely sun-warmed scent. Okay, bed sniffing. That's a good... No, we're going to go downstairs. Can't run yet. No run button. Just walking. Oh, that's a Pokemon. Let's go chase it. Where'd it go? Here we go. Cute little squirrel guy. Gen 2 had an N64. Gen 3 had a GameCube. Gen 4 and 5 had a Wii. That sounds about right. Yes. It was an N64 with a Gen 2, was it? It's been a while since I played Silver and Gold, obviously. But yeah, a little bit of promotion in there by Nintendo. There's Mum. Now we're going to have this big lecture about how we're leaving the house or something to go on our Pokemon adventure. Good morning. Ready in your uniform and everything? Well, it is your first day at your new school, etc., etc. I'm excited for you. It's a private school. See, the badge on the shirt. You might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little longer. Their words, not mine, whatever. Something very important for your first day hasn't arrived. That's going to be my starter Pokemon, you watch. Give me a Pokemon. Give me my starter. Where's the door? Maybe there. Oh no, that's the vegetable garden. Maybe we'll get to grow vegetables. I have been spending a lot of time growing vegetables the last couple of weeks. Harvestelia, the Square Enix game, it has a lot of farming that I've been getting right into. That game is incredible. I highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite Rune Factory-like game ever. I really, really enjoyed Harvestelia and recommend it. I was going to stream it, but got busy. All right, so we've been waiting for enrollment documents. Not nearly as interesting as a Pokemon. He looks very stern. He's the director of Uva Academy. We can call him Mr. Clavel. Great name. Mr. Clavel has a belt full of Premier balls. Yes, he does. He's just showing off how wealthy he is. I'm sure as the director of a prestigious academy, he earns plenty of good dollars. Okay, enrollment documents. Give us those. Oh, we got a bag. That's a lot of documents, perhaps. Why don't you head back up and finish getting ready for school? You need your bag and your hat. Yeah. I will say this. One thing about modern games, if this was Pokemon Blue, we would already be meeting Professor Oak and getting our first Pokemon by now. Modern games take so long to get going. All right, so we'll grab our hat and our bag. Grab this. Put it on. Yep. Okay, now we're ready to go. You can press the X button to open the main menu. Select the save option from this menu to save all the progress that you've made so far. When you open your bag, you'll find some key items involved. So let's do that. Press the button. There we go. Here's our options so far. We still haven't got running shoes. I really want my running shoes. That's a nice painting there. It's of a dancer. And then windmills. We're a very cultured household here. The House of D. Our first big day. The uniform of our storied academy. Who talks like that? What a loser. Get lost, Mr. Clavel, you dweeb. Clearly not a rented house with all those paintings on the wall. Yeah, I know. I've actually got artworks in storage because I rent and I like my art, but my current place doesn't let me put nails in the wall. So unfortunately, I've had to put my paintings in storage. It's a pity because artworks make a place nice. Much nicer than plain, boring white walls. Damn landlords. Okay. So Mr. Clavel has headed off. And he's going to give us another important thing. This has got to be our Pokemon. Give us our Pokemon. Give me my Pokemon. I'm going to choose... Let's see if I choose blue again this time, because I usually choose the blue Pokemon from the starters. In almost all cases, I choose the blue Pokemon. Every generation. It's always been Squirtles. It's always been that frog thing. It's always been... Yeah, it's always been the blue Pokemon. So let's see if I continue. Except for last one, actually. Sword and Shield, I picked the Fire Bunny because it was a bunny. But yeah, it's always been blue otherwise. Why are young people not decorating their houses and leaving the walls all blank? yeah, that's a good... They absolutely would ask that question. That's how the media works for sure. Oh, you've actually seen a story wondering about this. That would not surprise me in the slightest. They're a little bit out of touch, aren't they? Yes, we do. We get to choose our Pokemons. Oh, yep. I think I'm going with the blue one. It's like a duck. I actually hadn't seen much about these new Pokemon because always with Pokemon I try to keep myself in a kind of a blank going in. So I go in completely fresh with no expectations. And I didn't even know that these were the 3 starter Pokemon this time. So we got to pick one as a partner. Water seems the least popular this gen. That would not surprise me. I mean, that's pretty cute. Like, grass cat. Grassy cat. That's pretty cute. I got to go. I got to say, got to admit, I'm not usually a green Pokemon fan. Bulbasaur was not my favorite. But that's cute. People have been making Donald Duck jokes about the water starter. That's so true. I like Donald Duck. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Like, I don't mind crocodiles, but that ain't cute. Sorry if I've offended anybody that likes the fire crocodile. Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have to second guess myself with this one. Look at these little blue flippers. Turquoise flippers. They're like Miku hair-coloured flippers. This Pokemon was made just for me. I'm going with him. The grass cat has a sexy furry form as its final evolution. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised at all? If you get this game and name it, you're going to call him Dog Quicksilver. I love it. He's just going to leave me. Why don't I take all 3? Let me just take all 3 of them. Who's going to stop me from taking all 3? Phone. Because we all need phones in this day and age. It's a brand new phone. According to the instructions... Oh, with the cars outside tonight. Everybody with a loud car is zooming around outside tonight. Why people need loud cars, I never know. You see some texture popping happening. Yeah, I did see a little bit of that as well. It is what it is. It doesn't bother me that much. I can see why it would bother other people, I guess, but not me. Right, let me pick my Pokemon. Come back here. Come back here, ducky. What? Maybe I can't pick a Pokemon just yet. So this is the home we live in. Still can't run. No, can't run yet. That's my map. So when you pull up your phone, you get you get to see the map. It is a big map. That is a big open world. Good grief. That is massive. No wonder the frame rate stutters. You can't really... I can't think of another Switch game that would be back that big. Just look how big it is. That is a big, big map. That really is pushing the Switch. If you can indeed travel across the whole lot of it. So we've got to go down the road, they said. And the duck's following me, so that's fine. Why can I not run? Let me run. Let me run. Nope, there really is no run button yet. Nope. Huh? Don't force me to choose the crocodile. No. I wonder if I... No. No, there is no run button yet. So I'm just wandering slowly. I do not wish to do this, but I've been told to. It's easy to make a big world when you just copy and paste the same terrain textures and caves and random encounters over and over. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the question, I guess. We'll see. This is Cabo Poco. It's not much, just a little pinch of a community, but it's home. Oh, now we're running. I don't know why. Maybe I just left a place where you couldn't run. The power of science. The power of science is amazing. Shut up, STEM dweeb. If you connect with friends, you can head out on adventures together up to 4 of you at a time. So there is multiplayer too. That's cool. What's that? Is that a Pokemon? Oh. We cannot go that way just yet. We got to go down here. Wow, our neighbor is wealthy. That is a nice house. Look at these little flippers. I like this duck. He walks so cute. Huh? Where'd they go? Oh. He's the best. Aw, he likes the peach. Toasted peach. He's kind of cute too, I guess. Is that our rival or our friend? Let's find out. Now we've got to choose. We got to walk with all 3 of them. Oh, he's got his... Okay, so I'm warming to the crocodile now. He's pretty cute. Like the way he's got his little peach. I lost it. Okay, we do have to pick though. And unfortunately for the fire croc and the green kitty, there is a duck there. Oops, sorry about that. So you're the kid that moved in up the road. We did indeed. I think she's going to be our rival. Nimona. I mean, she says she's going to be our friend, but we're going to fight Pokemon battles with her. I'm going to go no. No, I'm going to be nice. I'm playing nice. Miss Nimona is president of our student council and a champion-ranked trainer in her own right. Overachiever. Now I wish I said no. I don't like overachievers. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. But she's a champion level. Well, this is just rude. Okay. Let's go. Give me my Pokemon. Bit more texture pop in there. You can definitely see it every time the camera cuts around somewhere. This one. Pom. Quaxley, the water Pokemon. It may seem quiet, but its mighty streams of water can put out any fire. The shadow. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. That is, yeah. That is a shadow. Take the chance to show the new kid her place. Yeah. Bet she hits me with like a level 50 Pokemon or something. Yay! I picked the duck. Of course I picked the duck. Quaxley! Do I want to give Quaxley a nickname? No. I'm one of those people that doesn't give Pokemon nicknames because otherwise I forget what each Pokemon is when I'm looking at it in the box. So I'm very boring like that. I do not give my Pokemon a nickname. Quaxley's the best. Hello, Quaxley. He's got a personality, does our Quaxley. He's my new buddy. Apparently you can do a poll here. Let's see if I can do that. Engage with audience. Start a poll. Yes. I should have done this beforehand. This is a new thing, I think, on this YouTube streaming. But I can do it. Let's see if that worked. It did. Got a little poll going. Well, that's good to know. I can do more engaging content in the future now. Okay, so Quaxley has seemed to take a liking to me, Miss Dee Dee. This is my first Pokemon, yes. Please raise it with love and care. And, of course, be safe to keep it tucked away inside a Pokeball. I like to think inside the Pokeball it's got a huge amount of room and they can just relax. But more likely it's squished in there and it's very uncomfortable. So far the duck is winning the poll, I think. Yep, so far the duck is definitely winning the poll along with Kitty. Poor old Croc. Even after his little stunt to roast the peach, he's not people's favourite. We're going to have to fight the Kitty, isn't it? Because she'll pick the other one. Pokeballs are TARDISes. Yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it. A lot of room in there. They just chill. They have unlimited food. And it's all good and nice for them. If you want to raise... Come on, just pick the green one. We know you are. Whoa! There we go. That's a bit different. So she actually picked the Pokemon that I have an advantage against. I can't remember. I'm sure you'll have a better sense of this, Mr. Stormbringer. But have they done that in Pokemon before? I can't remember. I thought they always pick the one that you have a advantage against. Like your main rival as such. I'll be waiting for you down the beach. Come join me when you're ready. So we're going to go fight down the beach. So nobody picked the Kitty. Poor Kitty. Poor lonely Kitty. So maybe we have the option of not doing the fight, or are we going to have to? No, we do have to do the fight. There's the little marker there saying we're going to. So here we go. We'll go for a run down to the beach. See, once again, like, I know this is technically simple. It's certainly not like The Witcher HD edition or anything like that. But the colors are nice. I genuinely like the art direction here. The colors are nice. And while I accept the technical construction of it is not great, it's still pleasant on my eyes. Black and White had two friends. That's right. Yes. Yes. That's true that you ended up with one of your friends that had the one that you had an advantage against. But this is the first time that they've only picked one Pokemon, and it is the one you have an advantage against. So there we go. Let's get this battle underway. Yeah, the art direction is nice. It just needs a patch to improve the performance. That's exactly it. And they could patch it. You never know. I mean, I would assume they've got patches in the works, so they will improve performance in some way or another. I would assume. It's a bit too valuable of a property not to. I do hope they fix those shadows, though. That is the one thing that does distract me, because that is not pretty on the eyes. Yeah, the overly pixelated shadows are not nice. I would rather they have not done shadows at all, if that was what they were going to do. It's weird because the shadows of, like, the landscape is not terrible. Like, those are not nearly as bad. It's just the shadows of the people and the Pokemon that are just absolutely dismal. Okay, let's get this fight underway. We're going to finally see the combat system. Let's see if it's just a very traditional Pokemon system. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, absolutely. The Switch can definitely do better than those shadows. Breath of the Wild is a good example of that. All right, so battle. And yep, it is exactly like Pokemon. I wasn't expecting anything different, but you got 4 different moves there, and they're all the standard moves that starting Pokemon have. Although you do have Water Gun straight away, which is pretty cool. I'm going to hit this poor little crocodile, and it's going to hurt him. Sorry, buddy. I am playing in this dock, yes. Yes. That's the only way I can stream. I haven't tested in handheld. Like I said, this is the very first time I played the game, so who knows if it is even worse in handheld. Probably. There we go. Fire Croc is doomed. Bye-bye, buddy. Ducky had a win. Leveled up. Oh, please show me the stats. No. Okay, so there is 2 things that have frustrated me about Pokemon in recent years. One is they don't show you the stats when your Pokemon level up. In the earlier games, your Pokemon leveled up and you got to see what improved. And to me, as somebody that quite likes stats, being a JRPG fan, I liked having that ability. Now, if I want to see how the Pokemon levels up and their stats, I'm obviously going to have to go into the menu system, which is less than ideal. The other thing that really bothers me is the fact that in the later games, every Pokemon got experience from a battle, and I quite like the older way of doing things where only the Pokemon that participated in the battle got experience points. So I'll have to see if that's a feature of this one. I would assume it is. It's just not my favorite way of doing things. I would rather be able to at least turn that off. But it seems like Nintendo and Game Freak, in their infinite wisdom, have decided not to let us do that anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. Hello, yes, no, maybe. Welcome to the stream. And yes, it does need optimization. So anyway, I did my little rant. Oh, maybe I'm going to have to fight Kitty now. No? No, she wants to fight again, but no, they're not going to force me to. Don't worry about it. Let's be chill. Apparently they were super crunched for development time, and that shows. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they did just release Arceus earlier in the year, so I would have thought that they could have just had that one game as their Pokemon release for the year, especially with also Pokemon Snap in the middle of the year. It's not like it has been a year where we have not had Pokemon. So I thought that releasing this in time for Christmas was perhaps a little bit premature. And if it is true that they were crunched and they didn't quite get the game together in time, I would have thought delaying it a little bit would have been a good thing. But then I'm not managing the world's biggest media property in history, so I would hate to give Game Freak advice on how to do their thing or something. Oh, we got apps. We got an app on our smartphone. You can apparently improve performance a bit by forcing it to render at 820 in. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about the performance. Like I said, the shadows bug me because of the aesthetic rather than the performance. This doesn't bother me in terms of performance. In saying that, who knows? We'll get to the first properly open world bit and the frame rate will chug down to 15 frames per second or something. Who knows? If it does that, then it'll probably bother me. But for now, I'm okay with it. We'll see if I'm still saying that when it starts running. That's the other thing. If the weather bothers it, that's true as well. We will see. Filling out a Pokedex by hand. The boomer's complaining. He's complaining. In my day. So now we're going to go to our academy. I would assume that we're still in the tutorial. We won't get to see the open world bit just yet, and we will have to do more tutorialist stuff in the academy. I would assume. We'll see. Oh, enjoy that, Mr. Nook. Thank you for joining us on the stream. I hope you enjoy the game. I always hope that people enjoy every game, and I know that this one has disappointed some people so far, so hopefully that's not you. Poor Kitty. I do feel sorry for Kitty. Kitty got rejected. Kitty got rejected. But according to our poll here on the stream, Kitty is the second, or the tied most popular with a duck. Just nobody likes the croc. That's sad. I feel sad now. We needed to find a person here. I remember those days. I was very fortunate because my brothers enjoyed Pokemon too. So I always had somebody to trade with, and we did a lot of trading and battling with link cable. I do wonder about splitting the game into two these days, because the whole reason that they did two versions of the game, blue and red, gold and silver, etc., was to encourage people to actually take their console out and about and find people to trade with. But that's not really an issue anymore when you can play online. So the idea of splitting it into two releases, I don't think is anywhere near as valuable. Now it just seems quite exploitative, to be honest. But again, I'm not complaining too much. I'm just saying I do think that that it's not necessary that they do that anymore. Yeah, exactly. It's just a cash grab to get people to buy both versions. They're not going to get my money. I'm only buying plain Violet. That's it. I'm not getting the other one. Oh, look at the... that's what people are talking about. That stare effect is... Again, that's one of those things that's just not pretty on the eyes. So that's where it kind of bothers me a bit. Pop in, not so much, but yeah. Oh, Mum's come down for a visit as well. Yeah, ain't that great? We managed to make our friend from our next door neighbor, and that's it. The only other person we've met so far in there are BFFs. Oh, look, the 8th vote's come into our poll, and now the duck has won. Excellent. I knew the duck would win. I knew the people on my stream have excellent taste in Pokemon. We've got a packed lunch for our first day. Great. Sandwich. A dish made by sandwiching vegetables, meat, or other ingredients between 2 pieces of bread. It makes a fantastic meal when out on a picnic. Fair enough. Potions. Cool. That'd be Gatorade or something. Alright, if you ever want to come back home, you'll know your bed is always ready for you. The mums in these games are always so supportive. They're always just like, yeah, you're going to go on this trip around the world by yourself. It's fine. You know, you be you. it's great. Got to find your place in the world and all that. Oh, now we got to go. Now we get to go and catch a Pokemon. This is the really exciting bit. Let's do this. And we're going to go chase her up that way. Let's go. I hope it's a Pikachu. It was this way. Pikachu. Let's catch one. It'll be a bug. It'll be a Weedle or something. You watch. Pocopath. Oh, piggies. Now, this should be interesting because they did try some pretty different things with Arceus and how you caught Pokemon and stuff. It'll be interesting to see if they've kept much of that or they've tried to go back to a more traditional way of catching Pokemon. Cool, give me one. Or 10? 5. Okay, cool. We have enough Pokemon to get that 6 together then. Yay! Let's catch this Lechonk. Lechonk. Excellent name. Exquisite name for a Pokemon. I am a big fan of that. You named your player Leclapt and you had no idea that was a Pokemon called Lechonk. Excellent. That's awesome. You now have to have a Lechonk in your party the whole time. Because that is that is must do now. You can try to catch a wild Pokemon you are battling by pressing the X button and throwing a Pokeball. When you have a hard time catching a Pokemon, try to deal damage to it using another Pokemon. Yeah, standard Pokemon stuff there. And let's water gun the Lechonk. Excellent name. And 2. Now we'll be able to catch him. 99.9% chance of catching him now. Yes, we did it. Caught my first Pokemon, Lechonk. This Pokemon spurns all but the finest of foods its body gives off a herb-like scent that bug Pokemon detest. He likes truffles. Oh, that's cool. I really like the way they represent the Pokedex. That's really neat. Like little books on a shelf. Very cute. Oh, more Pokemons. More Pokeballs. We got 10 more. Cool. That's more than enough to catch every Pokemon out here now. And we have to meet back at the lighthouse. Or over at the lighthouse. I assume that we go back to the home and to rest on the bed to level up. You can also start a battle by looking towards a wild Pokemon and throwing one of your Pokeballs at it using the ZR button. Use this tactic to try and battle Pokemon that are in trees or flying in the sky. Nice, okay. So now we get to roam. We'll collect this. Another Pokeball. There's a new one. Let's catch this little guy. What's that? A ball of yarn. Cute. Tarantula. Spider Pokemon. Alright, let's try and catch him. And we did. We got a Tarantula. Oh, no, they do that experience share thing. Damn it. Damn it. So I didn't use my Lechonk in the battle, and yet he got the experience points from using him. I hate that. It's just this visceral hatred I have for it that is completely irrational. There's no reason I should hate it like I do, but I really want to just level up the Pokemon that I use in battle. And if I want to level up a weaker one, I have to swap them in and out. It's a tactic that they've had to do, you players, Pokemon players have had to do since forever, and they just got rid of it with this system. It annoys me. Not enough that I can't enjoy the game anyway, but I just wish they didn't do that. How do I change Pokemon around? Change position. I have a weird thing. I have a weird thing where I have to keep the Pokemon in the order level. So my lower level Pokemon have to be at the top. It's just a thing. I've been doing that since I've been playing Pokemon 2, and it's just a thing. Let's grab this little treasure here. Lots of little items to grab around the way. You can see all them there. That one. Oh, there's a new one. You order them by HP when they're the same level too. I must admit, I don't do that, only because, well, I don't know why I don't do that. I never thought of it, I think. But, yeah. It is nice to have them in a particular order where they're just neatly arranged. That's the thing. No, yes, this is not a new Pokemon. Hoppip has been around forever. I just meant he's a new Pokemon in this game. I haven't got one yet. Oh, you can actually control the camera too. You can make it cinematic. Cool. That's a nice angle. We go for this one. Look at that. So dramatic. So, go Lechonk. Cinematic camera control in a turn-based battle is a bit of... Yes, it is a little bit of a waste, but it's still... It's a nice thing that they put in there. I'm sure some intern had a chance to practice their development skills by making that. So we got our Hoppip. Outside of the cold regions, Hopeep can be found practically everywhere. This is because the wind carries a species all over the world. And another book on our little library. Oh, yay, little birdie. Fletchlings, another Pokemon that's been around for plenty long enough. But I do like them. I like my bird Pokemons. I think in most Pokemon games, the bulk of my party ends up being birds of one type or another. Which isn't always the most practical way of playing, but it is fun. Excellent. We caught our Fletchling. Lechonk has leveled up. Fletchling can be found in both rural and urban areas. They once had a huge territorial dispute with Squawkabilly. Fights broke out all over town. Yeah, I know. Fletchling is actually quite a decent Pokemon. It's, like you say, if you level them up to their final form, they're pretty good. I'll just rearrange these Pokemon into the right order now. Hopeep goes to the top. Quaxley down to the bottom. And then Fletchling. Okay. So I'm going to go back home and just see if that bed is the way you heal the Pokemons up. Heading upstairs. Bed. Let me sleep. Or maybe not. Maybe I need to talk to the mum. Or head down and talk to the mum. Where are you, mum? There. Rest. Good to have you home, Dee Dee. Your Pokemon looking a bit weary, though. Yes. There we go. Before you get to the Pokemon centers, your mum does the job just great. All right. Back to the adventure. Where was the exit? Yeah. I tell you what, one thing, I've been playing, well, I was playing, there's a ball there that I missed. I was playing a bit of that Pokemon clone that the Spanish developer made. What was the name of it? I can't remember what it's called now. But it also tried to be this big openish kind of world, and it just wasn't designed as nicely. Like this one has quite nice world design, and it's nice to wander around, and I imagine I'm going to enjoy exploring as I get more deeply into it. Temtem, that's the one. And Temtem was alright, but it just... the design of it just fell flat for me. So I'm hoping that I continue to enjoy exploring like I am here. Revive. Oh, so you can sneak. You can sneak, which is a mechanic I haven't learned yet, but I'm sure I will later on. You go back to Temtem every now and again to roll around with your mates. Yeah, like I said, I don't have an issue with the game. I actually paid for the pass or whatever it was. I enjoyed it enough while I was playing it. It's just, yeah. You can tell that... why can't I pick that up? There we go. You can tell that it is not easy to create a Pokemon game. Okay. Oh, something there. Can I pick that up? Berry. Little glowy thing there was a berry. Paralyze heal. Yeah, definitely a work in progress. And I hope it's successful enough that they can continue to make it. There's a bug there. Because if they can continue to work on it, it could be a really special game. There was a lot to like about Temtem as well. Scatterbug. Let's catch this scatterbug. Tackle. Go. Go, Hoppeep. Tackle. Not exactly doing much damage. He's only level 2, though. Quite a low level Hoppeep. But the scatterbug's only using the string shot, so that's okay. I'll just get him down into orange health, and then I'll catch him. All right. Pokeball! Yeah, I know. Hoppeep has a very low attack. He's not the most useful. I've never found a use for Hoppeep, I must admit. But he did level up there, so he's a little bit more tough now. A little bit more tough, a little bit tougher. Alright, Scatterbug. This Pokemon scatters poisonous powder to repel enemies. It will eat different plants depending on where it lives. Would you like to give Scatterbug a nickname? He's actually a pretty cute little bug, this one. Not usually the world's biggest fan of the bug Pokemon, but he's a cutie. Welcome to my group, Scatterbug. There's another one here. What's that? What is that? That thing is much smaller than I thought. From the poor me, I thought it was much bigger than that from that opening scene. But that is tiny. That's cute. Oh, I use Splash. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. I will swap out and bring in Lechonk. He's my tank. He's Lechonk. That poor me is so little. I'm shocked. Okay. Not yet. Need to get him down to orange. There we go. Let's give this a go. Throw the Pokeball. Let's catch me a poor me. Done. So just like that, I have a full suite of 6 Pokemon. That did not take long at all. I'll just... Poor me's... Oh! There we go, that's why. Poor me is an electric Pokemon. So that's why it's so little. An electric mouse Pokemon. Add to my party. I've actually got 7, so I have to get rid of one. Let's get rid of Hoppeep. Just not a fan. There we go. Caught me a poor me. No, but my mouse Pokemon are pretty small. Not all electric Pokemon are small, but mice Pokemon are. I thought it was like a bear. That's why I thought it was bigger. But no, it's a mouse. Let's put the Fletchling at the top. And then that one. And there and there. Okay. So I don't need another poor me. I don't need that. I don't need them. I think I got all the Pokemons now. Every generation needs a Pikachu ripoff. That is correct. People cannot get enough of the electric mice. So I've got all these Pokemon. Let's continue on our little trip up to the lighthouse. See if there's anything new up here. Nope. Cutscene time. Yes, we are. We're going to have to battle again. She's going to battle us again, you watch. Nope. A new character enters. Could it be a strong Pokemon or something? Let's take a look around, okay. There's a kind of unsafe cave not far from here, so steer clear. Well, the name's right there. Then there's a Mimikyu, which is a Pokemon literally pretending to be Pikachu. Because mimic. That's what it does. I'll just grab these balls. So you can see up there, there's a ball there that I'll be able to get eventually. But because it's an open world game, I can't get up there just yet. Unless I can do... I cannot do a Genshin Impact, like climb up the up the mountain just yet. That'll have to come later. You can't climb. Why not? Every game needs to be able to climb cliffs. That's what Genshin Impact taught us. Well, really, Breath of the Wild did that first, but Genshin Impact made an art form of it. And... that is a long way down. Oh, those are bad puppies. What are they called? They've been around since Gold and Silver, haven't they? Bad puppies. They're being mean to a big motorbike Pokemon. Honda, there we go. I did have a Honda back in Silver. They were pretty useful. Well, that was a long way to fly. Oh, you can use your you can use your mobile phone to float. That'd be pretty useful. I wish Apple could do that for me. I guess we need to go and hang out with that. So we get to meet the legendary or whatever it is. This is the one on the cover of the box. When you buy Violet, give it a potion. Or a sandwich. Maybe a sandwich will help. Does it want my sandwich? It does want my sandwich. Must be a good sandwich. Pokemon not feeling well, give it a banh mi, all solved. Yeah. That's because Pokemon have good taste. Sandwich will perk up anybody. I guess we've got to go through the cave now. But we have our ride. Or do we? That will be our ride later on. Maybe not just yet. Or do we? Oh, it's a transformer. That is an interesting Pokemon, I guess. We'll follow it into the cave and see what we see. It's going to guide us through Inlet Grotto. Oh, that's a big cave. The cave is kind of ugly, but it is big. It is a very large cave. I'm fine. I'm managing. We'll be a bit negative this time. If you get close enough, I'll try pulling you up with one of my Pokemon's moves, okay? That's fine. I want this. Rock Smash. Oh, the bad doggies are running away. They're scared of the big Pokemon. I'll have to come back to get them. The bad doggies are actually pretty good. They're pretty good fighters, or at least they were back in the day. That's a new one. Or a new one for this. It's a ferret! An angry ferret. Young Goose. No, that is definitely a Pokemon that's been around for a very long time. But it's cute. This is a bit of a risk. Maybe one hit point left. No, good. I can catch him now. Let's catch the young goose. That is good. The young goose spends its waking hours searching endlessly for food. When he is hungry, he ferociously gains a certain edge. Look at the mouth. He's got some teeth. I will add him to my party because I do like the young goose. And I will drop... sorry, spider. Excellent bookshelf. I need to just change my Pokemon around, which I cannot do right now. I have been blocked from pulling up my Pokedex or my menu. That's fine. I'll just grab this. Why can I... Oh, Diglett! Diglett! Yeah. Gen 1 Pokemon. Classic. Diglett. Everybody likes Diglett. Yeah, I figured that green stuff was not good to touch, so I wasn't going to. It looked sick. It looked like it was going to hurt me. Diglett. Yeah. Catch me a Diglett. back in Generation 1, Diglett was way overpowered. Well, what it evolved into, Dugtrio, was way overpowered because it was just so fast and it had Slash. And back on Generation 1, Slash was pretty much a guaranteed critical hit. So he always got the first strike in and he always got a critical hit. Great Pokemon. Oops. Didn't want to give him a nickname. I'll add him to my party. And I will drop... Starting to get tough. Starting to get a bit tougher. I will have to drop Scatterbug, I'm afraid. Yes, Persian was also a monster for the same reason. Super fast and Slash. Excellent way of cheating. Not really cheating, just gaming the game. Don't touch the green stuff, which I'm not gonna. There was a ball over there, so I'll go and grab that. It's not letting me. I think I can't go too far away from the big monster there, because it's guiding me out. Ah, here they come. Evil puppies. That's a lot of evil puppies. Evil puppies scared of the big bad monster. We'll grab this. I wish I could open the thing. I want to use a potion. I can't use a potion right now because for whatever reason I can't open the menu. Weird thing to lock off people from using while they're in the middle of a dungeon. Rock Smash. Good AGM, that one. Let me fast. Okay, here we go. Behind you. What is behind me? What is it? Oh, it's the big one. It's the evolved Hondur. Super evil. Look at the horns. A Hondoom, wasn't it? Or something Doom. That's why it says Doom. I don't want to use... Oh, no. Yeah, Houndoom. I don't think my Fletchling's going to be able to win this battle somehow. I think this is one of those ones that you're meant to lose, isn't it? Pretty sure you're meant to lose this one. All right. Bye-bye, Fletchling. It's nice knowing you. Hopeless boss battle. Yeah, I don't like those, to be honest. Sometimes they have a narrative context, I get that, but too often they're just annoying. There should be other ways of showing that your opponents are super powerful without having to have you lose a battle. Yeah, Houndoom were great in Silver and Gold. They were really good Pokemon. And definitely use them a lot. There we go. We escaped thanks to our buddy, the legendary. Your brother had silver but never wanted to trade with you, so you just wait for him to go to bed so you can borrow his console. Love it. Love it. I hope you gave him really terrible Pokemon in return. I have to play Lufia. I really do need to play those Lufia games. I know we're talking about them not long ago. Oh, he's run out of energy. He needs another sandwich. But I've only got one. I don't have any more sandwiches, buddy. Sorry. Wish I did. You think it's okay? Hard to say, I don't know. Seriously glad to have you in one piece, etc., etc. He's recovered. He's off to look for a sandwich. If you do become its trainer, you got to let me battle against it. Oh, yes, okay. I'll get the link for the digitally downloaded.net Discord for you. And then if you want to come and join us, you can. There you go. If you want to come and join us on the Discord, you can do that. Let's exchange numbers so we can get in touch if we get separated again. And we got our first TM, Swift. I never liked Swift as a move. It was just, I don't know. I always played Pokemon, I guess, that didn't rely on being super, super fast. And Swift is one of those things where you compromise raw power for speed. The fact it never missed was useful if you got hit by Sand Attack a bit, but yeah, just not a move I use that often. Oh, so we're back to using TMs just the once. I thought they were getting rid of that, but that's fine. I wonder if you'll be able to get more than one of those TMs, though. I never used TMs in the older games because I could never figure out which Pokemon I wanted to put them on. You only ever got one of them, so that bugged me. And I ended up not using them. I'm hoping that you'll be able to get some more TMs this time. Yeah, TMs are consumable again, see? That, yeah. I assume you must be able to get more of them somehow. Because otherwise I'll just never use my TMs. I'll just keep saving them for Pokemon I never end up applying them to. All right. So I got out of that okay. I'll put Young Goose up there. There we go. So I will need to finish up this stream now, unfortunately. I only really had an hour to run through this. I will try and find time to do some more streaming tomorrow because I do want to show off more of this game. I'm enjoying it so far. I know people have issues with the visuals and whatever, but so far I'm enjoying the adventure. So I'll definitely also look at getting a review done for digitallydownloaded.net next week. In the meantime, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy your games, whatever you're playing, and thank you again for joining me on the stream. We will see you next time.